Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel. And I'm sorry we're starting, I don't know, 15 minutes late. I ended up falling asleep with the little chitlins, putting them to sleep. And poor Pincolo is really not feeling the best. So I am going to attempt to bring to you a Blind in the Special by myself. So, deep breath. Okay. I hope everyone had a really amazing Father's Day. Had a good day, had a good weekend. And I do hope that all the fathers out there are, we're given some, nice moments today. Had some fun with your kids. We went to my grandparents for dinner, as we usually do. So yeah, we had a good weekend. Well, except for poor Pincolo not feeling very well. So, he has sent me some of the news that he was going to read today. So I will get that open, and if if you guys could like and share the stream, get it out there, because I haven't had a chance to do that. That would be great. Help us out here, get some more peoples in and listen. So let's go into Safari and open up Twitter, and we will get to some news. I don't know if we'll do a full 2 hours tonight, just because Pincolo's not well, and my throat from my allergies is not doing too well. But we'll see how we fare here. Let's just put in these login credentials, and special needs a better helmet. Yes, Uzi says, don't die, Pincolo. Yes, no dying. Dying is not allowed. So let's go here and see what Pincolo has sent us. The last two stories are linked, are they? I see. All right, let's go all the way back to the beginning. Going back. Okay, here we go. So the asshole from Christchurch is set for another trial. And of course, he pleads not guilty. And now they provide his name, which I'm not entirely sure I agree with that, but okay. So Christchurch mosque shootings, accused gunman, not saying his name, pleads not guilty. This is from June 14th. This is a 6-minute read. Oh, wow. Okay. Skipping over. All right. So it's stupid voiceover is going to end up reading his name. So I do apologize for that. But here. Oh, Pincolo says I was just going to read the headline. So yeah, let's not read this. It's a badly refreshing website anyway, so I'm not So yeah, he's being he gets another trial, and he is pleading not guilty despite his live stream and his manifesto. So yeah, piece of crap, piece of shit. He's gonna plead not guilty. So yeah, screw him. Screw him and his ridiculous manifesto crap. His target was to start a massive race war in the U.S. by killing people in another nation, says Gunfox. Yep. Yeah, smart, says Gunfox. Yeah, I know, right? There's also nothing more annoying than two cats playing musical doors. Oh, the cats are bothering you? That sucks. He wants to be a martyr. Very true. Yes, very true. So what's the next story here? ATF agents searching for thousands of guns stolen from their facility before they could be destroyed. Wow. That's just brilliant. Alrighty then. Shall we listen to this? Okay, here we go.
ATF agents across the country have been working to track down thousands of guns and firearms parts that had been seized by law enforcement and were supposed to be destroyed but were stolen first, according to sources familiar with the effort.
Oh my god, this time the source familiar with the matter is known as the source familiar with the effort. Okay, so again, this guy goes by so many names. Source familiar with the matter, source familiar with the effort, sources close to the, just Jesus.
The agents are searching for some of their own retired service weapons as well as guns from other federal law enforcement agencies, including the FBI and DEA.
So they were trying to find retired weaponry from their department as well as other enforcement agencies like the feds, the FBI, and the DEA. Okay, that's just brilliant. Oh, wow.
All of the weapons had been sent to the U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives National Firearms and Ammunition Destruction Branch in Martinsburg, West Virginia, to be shredded, according to court documents and congressional letters.
Okay, so what happened?
A longtime guard at the ATF facility has admitted to carting off thousands of firearms, gun parts, and ammunition and selling them over several years.
Oh, God. Yes. So much for your narrative that illegal guns just get brought in over the border by, immigrants and cartel people, and that's brilliant. Ever sit on the can so long both your legs fall asleep? Oh, Pink Hollow. ATF needs to be a convenience store, not a law enforcement organization. Oh, it gets better, says Pink Hollow. Oh, good. Okay, let's see how much better it gets.
Christopher Yates, 52, a guard who worked as a contract employee for ATF for 16 years, was charged in federal court in West Virginia. He pleaded guilty in April to possession of a stolen gun and stealing government property. Yates is set to be sentenced in August. He faces up to 10 years in prison on each count but is unlikely to get the maximum under federal sentencing guidelines.
Why? Why is he unlikely to get the maximum? Is there a particular reason?
The ATF has recovered more than 4,000 guns and parts that had been reported missing while Yates worked there, according to Blink. Yates plea agreement. Period. Yates admitted to stealing at least 3,000 slides, a key part of a gun allowing it to fire, from Glock semi-automatic handguns. He also admitted to stealing dozens of guns, including at least 4 fully automatic machine guns, which are closely regulated by the ATF.
But guns only come from outside the country, right? Illegal guns, they only come from, outside the country. You can't possibly have people working for places like the ATF doing stupid shit like this. No, that could never happen. It's all those, those pesky guns coming in, from Mexico and oh fuck, Jesus Christ. Oh, because he is black or Mexican, says Gunfox. Oh my.
It's not clear from the plea agreement if all of those machine guns have been recovered. Yates told prosecutors that when he was alone at the facility, he stole the weapons and parts and then sold them. The agency did not provide many details to Congress on the scope of the theft in a letter to senators sent in March and obtained this week by the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel.
I'll bet they didn't.
In the March 28 letter to U.S. Sens. Ron Johnson, Arwis, and Gary Peters, D-Mitch, then acting ATF Director Tom Brandon said he could not say much because of Yates' open case.
So Arizona and Michigan senators got this letter. This guy looks like the inside guy of an organized gang, says Pincalo. This guy's a moron.
Johnson, chairman of the Committee on Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs, and Peters, the committee's ranking member, had written a letter in March asking for answers from the agency, saying they had been told. Link. 600 guns and parts were stolen.
Only 600? Wow. That's a bit of a redacted number. Oopsie. Well done, ATF. Wow. Oh my. Okay then.
Period. Crane. We cannot at this time characterize the scope of the thefts from the Martinsburg facility, wrote Brandon, who retired from the agency at the end of April. Less than 2 weeks after Brandon's letter was sent, many details of the case were laid out in Yates' plea agreement filed in federal court in West Virginia.
Yeah. So this letter gets that gets filed. They think that only 600 gun parts and things like that are stolen. And then this guy's friggin' guilty plea comes in and all these details comes out. Oh my, does the ATF look really bad right now. Especially because it looks like they lied to Congress. Oh wow.
The agency is still not publicly saying how many guns and gun parts have been taken, only disclosing that the loss was significant.
Very transparent there, ATF.
On Wednesday, ATF spokeswoman April Langwell noted in an email to the Journal-Sentinel that the total number cannot be released pending the ongoing investigation and recovery operations. You were currently asked why the agency did not disclose details to Congress that were in Yates' plea agreement. Langwell wrote, "The investigation was ongoing and the timing of the release of information was a result of the regular judicial process."
I'm sure it was. I'm absolutely sure it was. It's the ATF. They're the buzzkills of all federal agencies, says Pincalo. Called it he's black. Okay, if you say so. Let's see.
In a statement issued Wednesday, Johnson and Peters said, "The ATF is tasked with protecting our communities, and the theft of a substantial amount of weapons, parts, and ammunition from ATF facilities raises significant concerns. Our committee is seeking a full accounting of this situation, and we hope the ATF will be as transparent as possible while we continue to pursue answers. You are currently..."
Well, they're not being very transparent at all, so perhaps you should amend the wording of that to say, we hope that the ATF actually decides to be transparent at all. Because they can't continue to be something that they're not being. Yes, Gun Fox, you called it, says Pink Hollow.
Related.
So that's that story. What a balls up by the ATF. Holy moly. Wow. Well done. Oh, it's not over. Huh.
Agents have been running around the clock trying to find the weapons, which has taken time from other investigations, according to several sources familiar with the effort to find the stolen guns.
Look, the source familiar with the effort. He's still hanging around.
Each of the 25 ATF field offices around the country was assigned to look for the stolen guns, including Chicago, which has oversight for operations in Milwaukee.
Why does Chicago have oversight for operations in Milwaukee? That doesn't make sense to me, but okay.
In his letter to the senators, Brandon said that ATF has applied necessary resources to maximize recovery of stolen property. The agency also beefed up security at the gun destruction facility, he wrote.
Well, I should hope you beefed up the security, because you left one of your guards alone and he happened to steal many thousands of guns and gun parts over 16 years. So I should hope your security has been updated slightly. at least to have people working in partners or something. Regional field office, says Duck Dog. Ah.
On Wednesday, Lionel, the agency spokeswoman, wrote, most of the property has been recovered. However, the investigation is ongoing, so we cannot provide additional details.
So most of the property has been recovered, but the investigation is ongoing. Let's see. Let the coal go. It's just a party favor. All those guns and parts are on the black market and spread across the Canada and the US. Most of the shootings up here in Canada are US serial guns. Yep. I'm not reading that. I am so not reading that. However, I will read, and if they steal stuff, they get shot. I like my channel. I'm not reading that.
She also said the ATF was not authorized to compensate people who may have unknowingly bought the stolen guns or parts. It is not clear the process by which agents are getting the guns from those individuals.
So you're not going to compensate people for being duped by one of your own people? Really? Holy, oh my God. Way to drop the ball and then punt it so far away from you that you can't pick it up again and fix the situation, ATF. Well done. Slow golf clap for you.
Sources familiar with the ATF's efforts say stolen guns and parts have been recovered across the country, in Mexico and the Caribbean, including at crime scenes. Several investigations have been launched into what happened.
Several investigations have been launched. All right. Does that mean they're going to pool their findings and come up with the least bad answer? She doesn't see color, Gun Fox. She only sees stupid. Nice one, Pincolo.
The ATF has assigned a team to look into how Yates was able to brazenly steal the weapons and parts for years. They also are examining why a number of the guns were listed as being destroyed when they had not been.
Obviously, because he filled out the required paperwork to say that they had been destroyed. It's not that hard to figure out why he did that. Oh my goodness.
Also investigating the case are the Inspector General for both the Department of Justice and the Department of Homeland Security, along with at least one congressional committee. The agency reported the theft to both Inspectors General.
Good. Good, because somebody other than the ATF needs to be investigating this. Like, this is... The ATF clearly cannot be trusted to investigate this. They just... I don't know what is going on, but they are incredibly retarded right now.
We continue to work closely with the Office of Inspector General to ensure full accountability in this review, Langwell wrote.
I'm sure you do.
Heading Level 3, ATF's gun destruction examined. Last year, the Justice Department's Inspector General published link, an audit on the ATF's controls over weapons and ammunition, but did not find problems with the agency's practices. The review apparently came before Yates' theft was detected.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, we don't see anything wrong with your practices. Oops. FBI needs to investigate it as well as the DHS. Yeah, I would agree with that, Gunfox. Like I was telling Blind, I follow the Chris Rock method of distinguishing the difference. Yep. Best way to do it. We're all the same, rotting bags of meat. Ugly bags filled with mostly water. That's a Star Trek reference for all of you. For all of you wondering. Some just are not seen floating in the ocean at night as well as others. Oh, huh. I argue the government can't be trusted to investigate jack shit it does. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that.
We found that ATF generally maintains effective control over the disposal of seized firearms, but the auditors acknowledged how inherently risky it was for ATF to ship all seized weapons to one location. It added, "We believe that utilizing a centralized destruction facility with all seized firearms is an effective control." The report went on to say that guns are destroyed using an industrial shredder. The process is witnessed by an ATF special agent and credentialed employee or contractor who signs a report certifying the weapon was destroyed.
So obviously this Yates guy was a contracted employee, and he signed falsely a bunch of paperwork saying that these guns had been destroyed. That is why that they said that they had been destroyed. There you go, ATF. That's how that happened. Do you see? Even a blind Canadian figured out how this happened.
The current case echoes a series of problems in ATF storefront operations in Milwaukee and nationwide, documented in a 2013 Journal Sentinel investigation. Those operations were intended to snare criminals selling guns and drugs that were fraught with problems.
Yeah, like corrupt ATF guards. No, just
across the country. You were currently at Chauncey Wright unknowingly worked for ATF agents. Image. Chauncey Wright family photo. ATF were stolen. ATF owned guns, including a fully automatic machine gun. Were stolen, and the machine gun was not recovered. Undercover agents used a mentally disabled man to promote the operation and later arrested him. Agents grossly overpaid for guns, some of which had been purchased the same day from Gander Mountain and other stores.
What the hell, ATF? You're gonna use freaking mentally disabled people to promote your operation and then arrest them later? That's just shady as shit. I can't feel my legs, says Pincolo. They should be resold to the public, says Duck Dog. If the public's going to make better use out of them.
The investigation into Yates began in February when Philadelphia police recovered a gun during a traffic stop. They recovered a Glock .40 caliber slide that was from a gun that had supposedly been destroyed, according to the plea agreement.
Oops. Whoopsie.
Yates, a roving guard, had access to the whole ATF facility and soon became the focus of the investigation. He later admitted he had been stealing firearms and parts since 2016.
Wow, 3 years. 3 years of stealing guns and parts. And he managed to get, I think they said, what, between 3,000 and 4,000 guns and parts of guns?
He sold the stolen guns, parts, and ammunition to others, including Anthony Miller, a maintenance worker at the ATF facility, and Adam Schreiber, a gun dealer in Pennsylvania. Schreiber, in turn, sold the guns across the country, according to Yates' plea agreement. Neither of the other two has been charged.
Wow. Well done, Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Department. This just well done.
Lionel, the ATF spokeswoman, said more details will be released by the agency once the investigations are completed. You are currently on a text element. There are lessons to be learned from everything, she wrote. No business or organization is immune to the damage that a corrupt contractor, especially a security guard, can inflict.
Okay, you are not a business nor an organization. You are a federal government agency. Okay? There is a big difference. You severely dropped the ball on this, ATF, and your lack of transparency in this whole thing is not helping.
Originally published 5/00 MCDT June 13th.
Okay, so now that's the end of the article. We've covered the whole thing. So well done, ATF. You have certainly proved that you cannot keep your own people under control. And you have also proven that you can't be honest about it when it happens. So, well done, you. Next story. What do we have here? Israel renames Golan Settlement after Trump. I'm sure that'll make people happy. I'm sure people will be thrilled about that. Did the other two know the guns were stolen, says Green Thunder? That is a very good question. I don't know. It does not say. So let's find the headline here. Come along, story. All right. So Israel renames Golan Settlement after Trump. So this, let's see here. Here we go. And we'll unplug that. All right.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's cabinet on Monday officially moved to rename a settlement in Golan Heights after President Trump.
Okay, then.
The settlement, currently known as Brachim, will be rebranded Ramat Trump, or Trump Heights, according to Link, the Associated Press.
So Ramat Trump.
Period. Israel captured the territory from Syria in 1967 and annexed it in 1981, which the majority of the international community has mostly condemned as illegal. In March, Trump signed an executive order recognizing it as Israeli territory. Few things are more important to the security of the state of Israel than permanent sovereignty over the Golan Heights, said U.S. Ambassador David Friedman, who attended the Sunday ceremony. It is simply obvious, it is indisputable and beyond any reasonable debate. Frame. Despite the decision to rename the 30-year-old settlement, there are still numerous bureaucratic hurdles before the settlement can be developed, particularly with Netanyahu preparing for Israel's national election later this year, according to the AP.
I wonder if he'll win again. how many turns will that make if he wins again? I wonder how many terms that would be.
Zvi Hauser, an opposition lawmaker and former cabinet secretary to Netanyahu, said the Sunday ceremony was for PR purposes and accomplished little. There's no funding, no planning, no location, and there's no real binding decision, he said, according to the AP. You were currently on it. Trump himself responded to the move on Twitter Sunday afternoon, thanking Netanyahu for the great honor.
Of course he did, because it's an ego stroke. Let's see here.
Post, link, tweet, link, share.
Oh, of course, we've got a tweet here.
Link, heading level 2. More in Middle East / North link.
Oh, no, that's the end of that story. That was a quick little story about Israel renaming a settlement. No, I don't need you to load the ad. Thank you. All right. What is our next item? Historical power outage hits Argentina and Uruguay, affecting tens of millions. Oh. Venezuela, did you figure out a way to spread your misery? Hello, Mr. Misanthropic. Sex, says Mr. Misanthropic. Let's see. So the subheading for that says the outage affected Argentina's transportation system and water supply. It halted trains and knocked out traffic lights. All right. Let's see what happened. If we can get through all of these goddamn links. There we go. All right. The links have been avoided.
A widespread power failure early Sunday left a large section of South America, including all of mainland Argentina and Uruguay, without power, and an energy company official called the blackout unprecedented.
Oh, so they had kind of a repeat of what we went through in 2003. I think that was 2003 or 2002.
The outage affected Argentina's transportation system and water supply, according to local news reports. It halted trains and knocked out traffic lights, the reports said. Social media users said parts of Chile, Paraguay, and southern Brazil were also affected.
Wow.
Argentina's interconnection system collapsed at 7:07 a.m., cutting electricity in the entire country and affecting Uruguay, the Argentine Secretariat of Energy said.
Wow, that's a big swath of people affected. I bet Bear loves this news. Oh yeah, I forgot about the new voice, says Mr. Misanthropic. Thank you, Pinkalo. Okay.
The causes have not been determined and are being investigated, it added. Edesur, an electricity company in Argentina, announced on Twitter about 7:50 a.m. that a massive failure in the electrical interconnection system left all of Argentina and Uruguay without power.
But what caused this massive failure? Was there a storm? Was there, what? Why was this a thing that happened?
Uruguay's energy supplier, UD, also said on Twitter that a malfunction in the Argentine network before dawn had left the entire national territory without service. You are currently on. Argentina has more than 44 million people, and Uruguay's population is about 3.5 million.
Why did it happen?
Pause.
It's simple. What are those stupid little monkey thingies called down there?
Stupid little monkey thingies? Capuchins?
Yeah, they're like squirrels for them down there, right? Well, the 2003 super blackout was caused by a squirrel and a transformer.
Was it?
Yeah, maybe this is what happened.
Was it actually caused by a squirrel and a transformer?
That's the rumor. That's the rumor.
That's not what I heard.
Oh.
I heard that it was just too much
Pause.
I heard it was too much people drawing too much power from too many places.
I heard it was a squirrel. Anyway, yes. Hello, people. Hello. I'm dying.
Do you want the link?
No,
Oh, okay.
because I can barely talk. But you should skip if you want.
Play.
Here's a couple of headlines. Will Trudeau ask Trump to help him get out of a jam? Oh, that has to do with Ming, the Yahweh chick. He's flying down there to beg Trump.
You mean the Huawei chick?
Yeah.
The Yahweh chick. Yes, she's God.
Ottawa will apologize to Italian Canadians mistreated during the Second World War.
Which was already done
Yes.
30 years ago.
Yes. Fortified schools, a sobering but growing response to U.S. shootings.
Wait, fortified schools here?
No, they're in the U.S.
Oh.
But from gun safes to shelters, school shootings have given rise to $3 billion safety industry. It looks like a bank vault. It is guaranteed to work.
But wait, a $3 billion safety industry?
Yeah.
Isn't that employing a whole bunch of people?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why are they bitching?
Mm. There's no bitching. No. I'm laughing at it because this is why I wish I could have shared the screen. Because this photo, it's a fucking panic room. All it is a bulletproof panic room that they're putting in classrooms. So what ended up happening was this made the news because some big dingleberry decided to buy 7 of them for his school. It's so stupid.
Wait, 7 for one school?
Yeah, they hold 30. They're $30,000 per unit. It's fair it's a fair price for peace of mind.
Stupid.
While school shootings remain statistically rare in the United States, there were 24 that resulted in either injury or death in 2018. No, there weren't. This year, there have been 13 incidents so far.
Mr. Misanthropic says stupid monkey things. I thought Pinkala was going to go for a very racist joke there for a minute.
Now, I am not a racist. I have many color TVs. It's given rise to a skills security industry now worth some $3 billion annually, with many Americans eager to embrace anything that will keep their kids safe. So basically, this thing is a vault that your kids go into. It holds 30 students, and your kids get locked in there. And it's bulletproof for small arms.
Only small arm.
Well, it covers the AR-15 because that's what they're villainizing. I'm going to link it in chat. Because this one was a doozy. There's actually a video that goes with it, and I'm really sad that I'm feeling like crap. Because I wanted to play the video for you guys. So I'm very sorry about that. But I'm sure everybody will deal with it and still be my friends. Here's the link to the article. You guys got to take a look at this. Open that link up and look at the picture of what this thing looks like. It looks like a fucking you're sticking your kids in a meat freezer.
Brilliant.
It's so fucked. It's fucked. Oh, okay, one more. Yeah, so it's basically a panic room that this dude's developed, including the fact that they tested it. Now, let's see here. Where's the new ones? Oh. San Francisco. Oh, this one was from Gunfox. There's one from The Verge there you should read. San Francisco says it will use AI to reduce bias when charging people with crimes.
Wait, what?
San Francisco says it will use AI, artificial intelligence.
Yes, I know what AI is.
To reduce bias when charging people with crimes. The district attorney's office is calling it a first-in-the-nation use. San Francisco is announcing a, quote, bias mitigation tool that uses basic AI techniques to automatically redact information from police reports that could identify a suspect's race. Ah! It's designed to be a way to keep prosecutors from being influenced by racial bias. When deciding whether someone gets charged with a crime, the tool will be ready and is scheduled to be implemented on July 1st. The tool will not only strip out descriptions of race, but also descriptors like eye color and hair color. What the fuck? They were beige.
Okay, you know black people can have blue eyes, right? You stupid fucks. And
the names of people, locations, and neighborhoods that might all consciously or unconsciously tip off a prosecutor that a suspect is of a certain racial background are also removed.
Oh wow!
So evidence of where they live. Oh, this hurts. When you look at the people incarcerated in this country, they're going to be disproportionately men and women of color. Should we point out the disproportionate statistics for the billionth fucking time? Ugh.
And white people can't live in ghettos? Is that what they're saying here?
Nope.
Is that white people can't possibly be poor enough to live in the ghetto?
Why do these things have to be so long? Maybe it's not that much longer. It's hurting my brain to read this and making me want to go vomit more. Currently, San Francisco uses a much more limited manual process to try to avoid prosecutors seeing these things. The city merely removes the first 2 pages of the document, but prosecutors get to see the whole rest of the report. We had to create a machine learning around this process. Oh, this hurts my fucking head to read. The district attorney's office is calling this a first-in-the-nation use of this tech, saying it's unaware of any agency using AI to do this before, because it's stupid. Those are all identifiers, okay? Who cares if it's racial bias? The tool was built by Alex Collis Wood and team at the Stanford, that explains it, Computational Policy Lab. Computational policy?
What's a compute?
Oh, God. So glad I got out of computer sciences. Fuck, this stuff is stupid. Who also helped develop the NYPD's Patternizer system to automatically search through case files to find patterns of crime. Oh, those two aren't going to conflict with each other, not in the slightest. No, not whatsoever. Wood says the new tool is basically just a lightweight web app that uses several algorithms to automatically redact a police report, recognizing words in the report using computer vision and replacing them with generic versions like location, officer number 1, and so on.
Officer number 1? Where did that come from?
No idea.
Just randomly officer number 1.
Wood says the tool is in the final stages, was developed at no cost to San Francisco, and will be open source in a matter of weeks. Oh, no, that can't be fucked with at all then. He says it uses a specific technique called named entity recognition, among other components, to identify what to redact. Without seeing the system work on real police reports for legal reasons, the DA's office said it would have to show us a, quote, mock-up. It's unclear how well it might work. When a journalist asks if it would redact other descriptions such as cross-dressing, Gascon, oh, it's the dude's name, could only say today is a starting point and that the tool will evolve. It's also used, it's also used as a final solution. I mean, it's also used in the first charging decision in a given arrest. Prosecutors' final decisions, that's the word, will be based on the full unredacted report. And if the initial charging decision is based on video evidence, that may obviously reveal a suspect's race as well. It'll be interesting to see if the new tool helps. Currently, AI is better known for introducing biases than removing them. Duh. Alright, that's a dumb one. This actually sounds like a really bad idea. Read Hannah Fry's book, Hello World, for why. make me vomit. That one was from Gunfox.
Wow.
Since it's Father's Day, I shall read a. Well, I don't want to read this one. This makes me want to throw up.
Yes, you did break Pincalo, Gunfox.
Law enforcement shit always hurts my brain, though. What parents can learn from these transgender dads on Father's Day.
Oh, goody.
Oh, I want a screen share.
How do you... Okay.
No. Don't do it.
No, I'm trying... how am I going to figure this out otherwise?
Well, I'll have to do it when we're not on the air, okay?
Fine.
Eesh. Oh, God. Sorry, people. Jesus. In the mornings before daycare... God, this is a long fucking anecdotal pile of crap. It's basically one of those, you're a woman that became a man, so that makes you a father. No, what makes you a father is being a good fatherly figure. Okay, on to AOC. Shall we listen to AOC, or do you want to read about AOC?
I can read about AOC.
Well, since we're both in the room, it's okay.
Fucking goddamn it.
Go to the Ayanna Preseli, says she, Ocasio-Cortez, and group of congresswomen make up the, quote, Destiny's Child of birth control. Catch that?
Destiny's Child of birth control?
They're calling themselves the Destiny's Child of birth control. This one might just hurt your brain, and I think Sinatra and Monkey need to read it. Go ahead.
Rep. Ayanna Pressley, DMass, said she.
So, Democrat of Massachusetts representative.
Rep. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, DNY, and a group of other congresswomen make up the Destiny's Child of birth control.
Wait, a group of other congresswomen?
Yep.
You can't... Okay, but Destiny's Child was 3. So you, AOC, and a group cannot be Destiny's Child. You only need one more.
You were a Destiny's Child fan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This should have raged you even more. Keep going.
I only liked their first 2 albums, though.
But it should be enough.
Her comments came in response to a proposal Senator Ted Cruz, R. Texas, directed to Ocasio-Cortez over Twitter on Wednesday about working with the freshman Democrat on legislation that would legalize over-the-counter birth control. You are currently...
But, wait, over-the-counter birth control? That can't be good for you.
Over-the-counter birth control.
There's a reason birth control is prescribed, you morons. It's not because it's a freaking taboo. It's because it's hormonal. Oh my God. What's next? We think that prescription antidepressants are mental health shaming. So we want over-the-counter antidepressants now? What? Okay.
On a text element. Post, the AP offered to team
Oh
up
my
with Ocasio-Cortez
God.
to draft a simple, clean...
Pause that.
What?
This is the tweet
Okay.
from Ayanna
Pressley.
Pressley, whatever. Hi there at Ted Cruz. Hit up our girl at Patty Murray. She and I have already written the bill. Album dropping tomorrow, winky face. At AOC's vocals and original company partnership =sign on point. At Katie Hill for California's and original too. Just call it the Destiny Childs of OTC birth control. Oh.
Yeah, because that's how a professional politician should speak.
And then there was the retweet from Senator Patty Murray. Has a microphone with music for the emoji. Hi, at Senator Ted Cruz. At Ayanna Pressley is exactly right. We'd all love to have your support for accessible, affordable, over-the-counter birth control. We'll get you the details. And by the way, Senator Patty Murray is like 65-year-old white woman.
Sending this to Snoot and Monkey might be a good idea, says the demoman.
I'm going to send it to them right now.
I always liked over the sweater, under the skirt birth control.
Hopefully Monkey doesn't get suspended again.
Instead of responding directly to Cruz's tweet over Twitter, Ocasio-Cortez retweeted a response from Presley detailing an already existing bill the Congresswoman had been working on that seeks to expand access to birth control.
Brilliant. Okay.
Hi there, at Ted Cross, hit up our girl at Patty Murray. She and I have already written the bill. Album dropping tomorrow at AOC's vocals. And original co-sponsorship equals on point at Katie Hill 4CA's and original too. Just call it the Destiny's Child of OTC birth control. Presley wrote, referencing the iconic Grammy-winning music group.
Yes, and it makes no sense to do that as a politician.
Post in a follow-up tweet, the freshman Democrat also said, to those asking, yes, at Patty Murray's the Beyonce of the group. Thank you for your long-standing leadership on reproductive justice, Senator.
Patty Murray's the Beyonce of the group. Ah!
Oh my god.
I win. Ow.
Not enough drugs.
Oh, by the way, I found out today. We're allowed to do this because we're in a legalized place. If it was illegal here, we could lose it for terms of use, but it's not, so we're within terms of use. So we're good. Ow! Fuck! My foot! That hurt.
Post, Senator Patty Murray, D-Wash, also retweeted Presley's post and made a comment to Cruz with a microphone emoji. Hi at sent Ted Cruz at Diana Presley is exactly right. We'd all love to have your support for accessible star and star affordable OTC birth control. We'll get you the details. You
are stupid.
And that's the end of the story.
And that's all I have to say on that, is you are stupid.
How about a Russian poker player that died from electrocution in a bathroom?
Did he?
Cheat.
Wouldn't over-the-counter birth control be a condom? Yes. Yes,
But
it
some people are
would.
allergic to latex. They can't have that.
So then buy a fucking sheepskin condom, you retard.
All right, next story is in chat. Because you guys are going to want to see what this was a loss. This was a very, very sad loss for Russia. A Russian... I can't do it. Oh, I can't do Russian tonight. It's going to hurt. Okay, I'm going to have to read this normal. A Russian... Oh, God damn it. You want to read it?
You can't read it normally.
I can't read it normally. I can't read it in Russian. This hurts. Maybe I can read it in Gaelic. Oh, yeah, I'll read it in Gaelic. How about that?
No. No, you will not.
Oh, ow. Oh, what the hell is wrong with me? Why am I dying? Okay. A Russian online poker player has been found dead after she was electrocuted while drying her hair.
So was she like standing in the bathtub with water in the bathtub and like dipping the hair
The world
dry?
is not CSI where we see the death as it happens. The body of the 26-year-old was discovered in the bathroom of her flat in Moscow Tuesday, according to Russian state news agency TASS. TASS. The agency said so. TASS. She was named by the news service as Lilia Novikova, a star in the world of online poker known to fans as Leah. Oh. During the initial examination, traces of an electrical injury were found on the victim's body. She was found by a neighbor. Relatives became agitated when the girl stopped responding. Why would they become agitated? When they stopped responding to phone calls and asked her neighbor to check on her. She found the girl's body.
That sucks.
Oh. All right, you're on your own. Oh.
All right. So the next one we have. I saw that story the other day. This is the Devilman. So let's see here. This story says, half of Canadians say Indigenous women. Half of Canadians say Indigenous women victims were part of genocide. Oh, please, no. But the Leger poll suggests that disagreement about when it occurred and who is responsible. Oh, Jesus Christ, people. Oh my God. Okay. Let's read about how stupid the people in my country are. Shall we?
This story, half of Canadians say Indigenous women victims were part of genocide. Link. Tumblr. Link. Ottawa. Link. Share this story. Half of Canadians.
God damn you.
Link. Ottawa. Most Canadians agree that the murders and disappearances of Indigenous women amount to genocide, a new poll suggests.
No, they do not. They are unfortunate. They are very sad. And it sucks that the police and the reservations don't trust each other and that is fostering this. But it is not fucking genocide. Not genocide. Night, Gunfox.
Play.
Imagine my shock. Sleep meds are kicking in. Ah. I hate phones, says Milkman.
Pause.
Quiet.
But the Leger poll also suggests there's disagreement about when it occurred and who is responsible.
Because it didn't occur. And too many people have been responsible to pick one and lay the blame solely at their feet.
53% of respondents agreed with the National Inquiry into Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls, which last week concluded that the tragedy is part of an ongoing genocide that has been centuries in the making. Another 34% disagreed. Play.
No, that's not what the inquiry said. That's what Justin Trudeau said. Way to be disingenuous.
Pause. But there was little consensus about what form that genocide took, with respondents citing everything from Europeans giving Indigenous people blankets infected with smallpox to the current day scandal involving the forced sterilization of Indigenous women. Among the top responses, 17% blamed colonization and the loss of Indigenous lands to European settlers, 15% blamed church-run residential schools, and another 15% pointed to the destruction of cultural identity and forced assimilation. Just 3% blamed racism broadly.
So there is no consensus on anything.
A lot of people seem to me in the poll confused, even if they acknowledged in the majority that, yes, there's some genocide.
Some genocide. How can you have some genocide? Just a little tiny bit of genocide. Not an actual full-blown genocide, just some genocide. Oh my God, my friggin' head is going to explode. Assimilation is how society advances for everybody, says Duck Dog.
Semicolon. Link. Share.p link. As to who is responsible for the genocide, 32% blamed Canada's British and French founders and 25% blamed Catholic and Protestant churches. Another 21% said all Canadians share responsibility for the injustice, while just 1% blamed government. Play.
Again, nobody can agree on who's responsible for the genocide because there is no clear genocide. There's not. I'm sorry. There's not.
Pause.
There's really not. I don't know why you want there to be. Genocide is a terrible thing. Why on earth would you want there to be a genocide? I don't understand.
The poll of 1,528 Canadians who were randomly recruited from Ledger's online pad.
Wait a minute.
was conducted from June 7th to 10th for the Association for Canadian Studies. Polling experts say online surveys cannot be assigned a margin of error because they do not generate a random sample of the population. Pause.
This article says half of Canadians and it only polled 1,500 of them. What? Okay, it didn't even say half of Canadians polled. It just, this article said at the beginning, half of Canadians believe that the murder of Indigenous women is a genocide. And then they come out and say that only 1,500 were polled. Oh, wow. That's just... Oh. The hell just happened to my freaking thing? Let me plug this in and see. Oh, Adobe Flash Player. Later. Go away. I'm busy. What is... Okay, close that. What a freaking... Oh my lord. So now we have... So that article, I believe, is... Oh, no, let me go and check and make sure that this article is over before I say it's over. We could make a genocide happen and then there won't be any more issues. Duck duck. So association presidents. Okay, there is still a bit more. Okay.
Association President Jack Jedwab said the survey results suggest that the inquiry report has generated confusion about what genocide means and gives credence to those who've argued the report dilutes the grave meaning of the word. Pause.
It does. Absolutely.
A lot of people seem to me in the poll confused, even if they acknowledged in the majority that, yes, there's some genocide that's occurred, but what the nature of it is, by whom it's been committed, what it means, is it residential schools, is it expropriation of lands? It's turning the term genocide into a bit of a catch-all for a lot of Canadians, he said. Play.
Yeah.
Jedwab's concern was underscored by another finding in the poll. 71% said they're proud of Canada's history, including 53% of those who strongly agreed with the finding that Indigenous women have been victims of genocide. See also. So
they're proud of Canada's history, but they agree that Canada's Indigenous women are victims of genocide. Ha! Okay, you people are idiots. You don't know what genocide is. Wow. I remembered this time, but I couldn't watch you. Oh, it's okay. Check your logic. It's all right. Let's see here. What's the next story we have? What do we have? Right, an asshole. Man arrested for allegedly throwing corrosive substance at couple pushing stroller. What the frig? That's not cool. What'd the couple with the stroller do to you, asshole? No. Oh, paywall. Fuck you. Something tells me I don't really want to read this story anyways. No accepting PayPal. Yeah, I'm not giving you money, the star. Anyway, some jerk off allegedly threw a corrosive substance at a couple pushing a stroller. I can't read the story because the star is a piece of crap. However, it was really nice talking to you yesterday on stream. I had a great time. Same here, dude. It was really cool to actually finally talk to you. All right. Where? Let's see here. What's the next story? I may have to carry some of these over till tomorrow because I am in a lot of pain. So this story, 2 injured, 1 taken to hospital following acid attack in Toronto's West End. Maybe this is the same story. Okay, here we go.
2 people sustained injuries after acid was thrown at them in a residential building in the city's West End, according to Toronto Fire Services. Fire services said they responded to a call for a hazardous substance shortly after 3:30 p.m. Sunday evening, where they located 2 victims on Lansdowne Ave just north of Dupont Street, said Fire District Chief Stephen Powell.
Wow.
Emergency services responded to a call of a hazardous substance shortly after 3:30 p.m. Emergency service Toronto Paramedic Services said 1 person was taken to a local hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries.
So they got burned.
Powell said the circumstances of the incident are still unclear. Police said they are currently investigating. Link. Police arrested a man on June 9th who allegedly threw a corrosive substance at a couple in their infant nearby Christie Pitts Park on June 7th.
So this is related to the last story that I couldn't read. So we're getting acid attacks in Toronto now. Yay! I can't read it because I don't want to and because I got a paywall. Logic. The Star said, if you want to continue to support us and read this article, you can pay us via PayPal now. I keep seeing dogs in strollers. They have 4 legs for a reason and can walk shortly after birth, says Duck Dog. Yes, very true. I've never understood the dog in a stroller thing. I've actually seen in the baby carrier group on Facebook that I'm a part of, women practicing baby wearing with their dog in their carrier before their baby's born. And I'm like, I really hope you wash that thing before you put your child in it.
Article continued below. It's not common in any sense of the word, said Powell on acid attacks. Relative to other incidents that happen in the city, it's very uncommon. Link. Report an error. Link. Top stories.
So that's the end of that. That was a really quick little blurb. And I think, and that's all of them. I got between Pink Hollow and I, we covered them. Unfortunately, guys, I think we're gonna end early tonight and not go all the way till midnight. I know it kind of sucks, but we're just gonna have a short stream today. I hope you guys understand. Nicolo's just not feeling well. My back hurts and I need to, to do something about it. But please come back tomorrow at noon for the coffee stream. Remember, guys, next Saturday there is no Star Trek stream because we're going to be at the cottage celebrating Alex's birthday. So that will be fun. But yes, tomorrow will be coffee stream 185. I don't have a guest picked yet for this Friday, but I will let you know as soon as I do. And remember that next Friday will be end of month call-in day, and hopefully we can actually have a full 2-hour stream for that as well. So on that note, I hope you guys had a great weekend, a good Father's Day. Sorry for the short stream and starting late, but such is life with children. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Milkman Dan, saying it was a pleasure as always. And we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Check out Minions of the Zoo if you're not busy, starting in about 5 minutes. And we'll see everyone tomorrow. Bye, guys.